morning to you. It is caucus day here in Nevada, and if the GOP wants a brawler in the White House, they may get it with Donald Trump. You're going to hear why in just a moment.
Trump rallying a massive crowd in Las Vegas, saying he wanted to hit a protester who interrupted him.
I'd like to punch him in the face, I'll tell you.
Have you ever asked God for forgiveness?
That's a tough question.
But have you ever asked God for forgiveness?
I'm not sure I have.
Compare terminology. Revelation chapter 1, verse 10. I was in the Spirit on the Lord's day, and I heard behind me a great voice as of a trumpet. Daniel chapter 7, verse 20. The horn that had eyes and a mouth that spoke very great things, whose look was more stout than his fellows. Revelation chapter 13, verses 4 through 7. And they worshiped the beast, and there was given unto him a mouth speaking great things. It's all connected. Donald's last name is a name of destiny. He is the world ruler, a dark stranger that has a great voice of a trumpet. The Antichrist will come in on a peace platform. Many Bible prophecy scholars teach this. However, this does not mean world peace, as you may think. It is not referring to a peace with your neighboring countries, where everyone gets along, a utopian society of peace. No, the Antichrist does not bring that type of peace. The peace that's meant here in Daniel chapter 11, verse 21, is a peace of mind in a world where many suffer financial instability. The Antichrist political campaign will focus on economic security. This is the peace that's mentioned in Daniel chapter 11, verse 21. See this clip here, where your future Antichrist, Donald Trump, promises jobs for the American people, financial security for the U.S.
Our country great again. I will be the greatest jobs president that God ever created. I tell you that. I'll bring back our jobs from China, from Mexico, from Japan, from so many places. I'll bring back our jobs and I'll bring back our money. Sadly, the American dream is dead.
Bring it back.
But if I get elected president, I will bring it back bigger and better and stronger than ever before, and we will make America great again. Thank you. When Donald Trump is president of the United States. We will move the American embassy to the eternal capital of the Jewish people, Jerusalem.
Many believers in Bible prophecy made claims that President Obama was the Antichrist. His meteoric rise to the highest office in land made him a likely candidate. However, these untrained students allowed a pop culture view of the Antichrist blind them. An in-depth study of the Holy Scriptures reveals the man of sin not being accepted by the people at first, but in a time of crisis, the people will accept his genius. He'll come offering prosperity and making wars against his enemies. Gaining a Nobel Peace Prize like President Obama does not make one a devil. The book of Daniel reveals the Antichrist character. Chapter 11, verse 29 through 37 states, "He will not regard the desire of women." The key identifier is for a future man, therefore applies to a modern future woman's desire. What is a woman's desire today? To be equal with a man, of course. Donald Trump is a well-known male chauvinist, womanizer, and sexist. Thus, he does not regard the desire of women. Continuing with chapter 11, it states the Antichrist will honor a god of forces, which means the writer is separating two clauses of which the second explains or illustrates the first. The lowercase god is the same, but the translators did not understand this aspect of God, because this is a modern version of Christianity. Dominion now is a belief where the believer doesn't wait for God to bring his kingdom upon earth. This belief was not practiced by Trump's Christian fathers. Let me say it this way. This God of forces is no more than the Hebrew Lord of hosts, armies. But the early Christians believed in turning the other cheek. They worshiped the God of meekness. Future President Trump will invoke the Lord of hosts to be triumphant in military battles, just like ancient Israel. He will use this divine energy like an Ark of the Covenant, because in his estate, which is the Republican Party, he will honor the Christian God of warfare with finances, boosting America's military might. See, the Antichrist will have two personalities. Trump's dual nature reflects his Gemini astrological birth sign. Even Dr. Ben Carson said when endorsing Donald that there is another side of Trump he's come to know.
First of all, I've come to know Donald Trump over the last few years. There are two different Donald Trumps.
He will pretend to be a Christian because Daniel says he will not regard any God. This fits in the prophecy in the book of Isaiah about the Assyrian. See, the only reason the Antichrist is able to accomplish anything is because the Most High God will allow him. The Assyrian is the son of perdition, but God will use him to bring about the 7 years of tribulation. And when the Lord is through with him, he will personally destroy him, because this man will become so high-minded and proud and think to do even more than God has allowed. He will say in his heart that he alone has accomplished such great things. So the Lord of armies will unleash his fiery chariots upon Earth's forces, which the human population will see as UFOs. These spacecrafts are piloted by angels, and they will annihilate humans' military might and advanced technology that Trump would have invested so much wealth into. The battle will be glorious. I warned years ago that Obama will be the forerunner, the one that ushers in the Antichrist. Obama is like an unholy John the Baptist, preparing the way for the great white hope, Donald Trump. He will pass over his authority to Donald Trump on Inauguration Day, January 20th, 2017. This symbolic gesture is the same as John the Baptist baptizing Jesus and telling his followers that he must decrease so that Jesus can increase. This will be even more evident if Obama refuses to endorse Hillary Clinton. Now, I will be honest. I believe Trump would make a better president than Hillary. After all, we need a crazy white man to deal with them crazy Islamic terrorists. I do not support Hillary or Bernie. This is not a political attack on Donald Trump. I am being forced to make this video, but I could be wrong, and therefore I would say Trump will be the better pick for president.